Hi. Hello, everyone. I am back on the Twitch stream. Feels like I've been doing this a lot lately, maybe even too much. Heck yes. Time to start the socials. Where is my thread? There we go. Ready to begin. Oh, almost forgot to set my stream manager. Got no viewers yet. Wait for y'all to trickle in. What's going on Twitch right now? Anything juicy? A few people who have like dozens of viewers. Oh, I don't follow Jason. Remember Jason? That seems incorrect. Followed.
No one knows your pet like
I met
you
Jason
do.
once at a conference. We nerded out about. I honestly forget what we nerded out about. I know it was front end dev related in some way. I don't know. Cool. All right, folks trickling in. Hello. I am very excited to stream today. I got kind of a queue going on of all my open source work that I need to get to. I also want to shout out, I've got my desk set up. I got my skull mug, glass mug. I've got my flamingo pitcher to pour water in. And today I tried out something new for my lattes. I used a banana nut milk for my latte, and it does not foam well, but I combined it with a peanut butter syrup, and it tastes like a freaking banana peanut butter smoothie. Lovely. Let's dive in. So, first thing as I warm up is going to be a quick little one. Archetype, thank you for coming in. I was just looking at Archetype, actually. Where is it? Yeah, this stuff is really cool. Really cool. Haven't gone too deep. Ooh, you're an alpha. Very exciting. But, hi, learner. You're not stupid learner, are you? Like the name, like the username stupid learner? That's someone else? Because there was someone named stupid learner in another stream, and we kept telling them, you're not stupid. Change your name. Sad face. But I hope you also have a great day. Thank you. Are you learner from the Discord? How are y'all doing? Anything fun? There it is. LOL. Cool. So I should do this somewhat expeditiously. I added a new rule to ESLint plugin JSDoc, which I am. You changed it to Master Discord. Nice. 0418. How are those Discord IDs made? I keep forgetting to look this up. So ESLint plugin JSDoc is this awesome ESLint plugin that adds in a bunch of linting rules. Like, whoa, why am I in code viewer? Whoa. Did they just change the layout? What is this? Why am I in code viewer? What is happening? Cool. And I added an informative docs rule, which a hashed timestamp. Good to know. Thank you. That's really cool. Yeah, so back in the day, there was an old TSLint rule called informative docs, where if you have something like the value as your JS doc for something called value, it would yell at you. Where is an example? Here we go. Class foo class. Foo class. That's a useless doc. Comment. So informative docs yells in it, and I split out that functionality into R docs informative, a new package on my little GitHub, which I'm so excited about. JavaScript. So the problem is it's being used in informative docs, and yeah, so our docs informative specifies a minimum node version of 18, whereas this package supports a lot more. So this package is now displaying a nasty warning when installing with earlier node versions. Oh no, already a person reacting. Sorry. Ooh. Did I update the fix for explicit type imports to use inline syntax? I don't know. Did we release that? What are the releases? I'm curious. That's a great question. What? They changed this view. I don't know what's happening here. I'm glad you like it. Where is the import? I don't know. Maybe we did. Huh. Support spacing. Ah, this is from November. Maybe it's Are you seeing in VS Code from TypeScript native suggestions or from us? I'm curious, actually. Anyway, cool stuff. I'm glad you like it either way. That's awesome. Yay. Our doc's informative. Cool. So yeah, I need to change the node version to greater than equal to 14. Package JSON. I do recommend auto updating your linters because we add a lot of new stuff pretty often and they're nice and safe. Check out B node 14 support. So yeah, just need to make sure this package supports node 14. Fix support node not greater than 18. I think it's just when you save the file and have autofix set up. Okay, yeah, that's us. Awesome. That's that's great. Glad it's working out for you. Yeah, I think auto fixers are, when done properly, awesome. Yeah, it is a little annoying when they auto fix to something that's like clearly not stylistically what you'd want. Cool. All right. So, I almost forgot to update my threads. Is 18 LTS. What? I always forget the schedule for Node. Let's put it here. All right, 14's about to go out, like end of the month. Where is it? Goes out of life. Oh yeah, end of April. And 16 is active and then going to be in maintenance. 16 is in maintenance mode and expires like second half of the year. Oh yeah. For the autofixing, I feel like it would be very reasonable for rules to have like an indication for the autofixer for the specific IDE use case of like, is this safe to run in autofixing? It would be nice. Anyway, bumps the engine requirement in package JSON. Fixes this. Here, I'm gonna file an issue just to link it over. Bug. Ugh, I don't want to have to go through the template. Ugh. Support node 14. There in not EOL. Copying from here. Package should be okay with node 14 and 16. It's not. It says it requires greater than or equal to 18. Wrong. Number 25 issue. I made this package like a few weeks ago and we're already up to 25. Great. All right. First up, quick little fix for our docs informative to support node less than greater than or equal to 14 as they are still pre-EOL. Gotta support older versions. And where is it? There we go. What is this? Oh, God. I love it. That's awesome. That's so cute. Oh, I love it when people do stuff like this. Type result equals C image. Oh, love it. I could go over this now and like determine what it all means, but you know what? I'm gonna spare myself the 30-minute investigation. Oh, Props to your friend and you. Love it. PR compliance checks passed. That's nice. Thank you. Jinx Dev, hello. Thanks for joining. How's it going? I'm just finishing up one thing. Yeah, any excuse to write shenanigans in the type system is always fun. By the way, I'm going to shout out Archetype TS for those who haven't looked at it. Shout out Archetype Bio. It's really cool stuff. Highly recommend. Let's see. I need to release a new version. I don't think I've set up the tokens or the GitHub whatevers for this repo yet. So I've just been doing npm version patch and such manually, npm publish, npm build full, npm or npm publish. Ooh, maybe a good issue to file in the docs, eh? All right, so supports node greater than equal 14, and now I need to also ESLint plugin JS doc. Check out, are they on main or master? Check out main. Either a package log repo, right? So now I'm in the ESLint plugin JS doc repo, sending a pull request to support to pull in the new version of our docs informative. npmi. Oh, and they require node 16. npm use 16. Oh wait, we have an upstream. Aha, now they're on node 18. Funny. All right. Our docs informative at version 2. PMI. Check out B, our docs informative 002. Fix our docs informative at 0.2. Is there still a limit to union types? Yes, there is. And the quickest way that I know of to get there, I love the question of the area, is to make exponential union types. It's like type letter equal, or let's call it vowel equals A or E or I or O or U. Type only vowels equals, how many of these will we be allowed before TypeScript yells at us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still going. 6. Okay, what? 7, 8, 9, 10? There we go. Expression produces a union type that is too complex to represent. Literally, if TypeScript would take up megabytes to represent your type. Not allowed. Cool stuff. All right. Git push u origin arc blah blah blah. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 to the 8 is 39,000. Cool stuff. In fact, now I'm kind of curious. If we go to the TypeScript repo and go to the checker TS file to complex. Okay, so I'm going to copy as remote commit URL. Oh wait, no, this is on some branch that I have. I'm gonna show the exact place in TypeScript that says this. Ooh, any advice on how to use JSDoc to generate documentation for something like archetype? I've set up some custom parsers, but it feels like such a hassle when all the input types are more of an implementation than the API itself. But it'd be nice to inline all that stuff. What are you using, by the way? Have you tried TypeDoc? Because Rebecca Stevens, a person on GitHub who's awesome, set up some really nice TypeDoc generation for TS API utils. Boop. And it should have Well, it has a couple of versions you can look at. So, yeah, I don't know. I honestly haven't explored this area too much. Most of the time I've done doc generation, it's for like component libraries with Storybook. So, sorry. All right. Anybody hit by this can manually upgrade their package manager and it should work. Targets this library specifically to raise the dependency. Cool. So that's for ESLint plugin JStock. All right, moving on. You gotta open my notifications elsewhere, just in case. All right. A comprehensive docs website needs lots of teamwork and testing. Yeah, it is so difficult to write docs. A lot of people don't realize. Like if you look at something like React.dev, people are giving the React team flack for this taking a while, but like the idea of understanding user flows of like who wants a quick start versus who wants to learn it through methodologies and stuff. Yeah, it gets difficult. Love the React docs. I mean, look at these freaking things. Like they were worth this wait? Question mark. For a lot of our, oh yeah, built 10,000 feet. That's like a classic open source shenanigan people do, right? They build a lot of features and then the users start asking. I try not to because I don't have the energy. Good for you. Anyway, GitHub notifications. Yeah, Dan Dutan is awesome. Let me shout him out. To be honest, good for me. Thank you. Jutanium. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna do notification. Ooh. Nice. They already merged this. Thank you, Brett. Brett is great. All right. So going oldest first, as I am wont to do. No floating promises. False negative calling not then with second argument undefined. Step onto the typescript-eslint stuff. Looking at a PR to fix a false negative in no floating promises. Swanzo or Nico, thank you. I really appreciate you. How's it going? How are you doing? Can I shout out you? I like just learned how to do shout outs and I have to wait another minute? This is some BS. All right. Collaboration is so fun. Love it. Let me just shout out Striker Mutated though. It's such a freaking cool library. Test your tests with mutation testing. What a great tagline. Oh, busy with not open source stuff. I'm sorry. All right, what are we looking at here? False positive. What's the actual issue? Post it in the chat. That's the issue. False negative calling. Oops, I said positive, not negative. Whatever. All right, so this is cool. So no floating promises lets you know if you have a promise and you call it with a dot then, but never handle that, never pass in like a second parameter for rejections, never like await it or anything. It knows to complain. But if you do provide an argument and that argument is undefined or null, the rule doesn't complain. And it should complain. Thank you. It's honestly my favorite ESLint rule. Archetype, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. We're near oh my god. Dan Jatan had to explain to me what these are. We're near the hype train. That's a thing. If anyone wants to sub. Cool. So the pull request says we should also look at cases. Let me just hide that stuff. Code TypeScript. Look at cases where there is a second parameter, but it's type undefined potentially. Main, pull string main. Do PR checkout 6881. Pog. Yeah, once in a while, someone who's like actually on the TypeScript team comes here. It's kind of cool. Hasn't happened a little bit, but it's very cool to be able to do this stuff in the open. I think it's awesome. All right, so the tricky thing about this fix is that you wouldn't want to give these same complaints. Promises must be awaited, and with a called patch, and with a called blah, 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 or be explicitly marked. Honestly, this error message, this complaint message is... I wrote it. I wrote the previous version of it, I think, and wrote this. I think I might have only done one or two. It's not good. Like, it's very verbose. And I want to file an issue to try to look into writing a better one. Because, like, this doesn't even mention the thing that we're doing. Oh, wait, I guess it does. End with a call to then with a rejection handler. If anyone has an idea for a better error message. Yeah, honestly, I slow down a little bit coding when I stream, but responding to got to get back into it. It's been a while. I'm like, once I finish X, I'll stream. Yeah, just do it. Like, although I'm slower coding, I feel like I'm more steady. And it's good, like getting visibility. Someone should make an extension to translate our complaints in typescript-eslint. Matt Pocock's extension is great. What's the call? Is it total TypeScript still? I think the name extension. Yeah, great extension. Yeah, but I like this. Okay, moving on. Multiple people have told me that it is okay to just steamroll through, so I'm going to do that. So yeah, the error message shouldn't be this one. It should be specifically, hey, you did pass a rejection handler, but it is poopy. So, no floating promises to yes. Line 19 is when they added this ID. Yeah, I guess it's fine. So what we're doing here is we have this base error message. See, my issue here is that we have such a long verbose base error message that if we remove information elsewhere, it'll be no longer accurate. Because like this floating void says or be explicitly marked with ignored. So now we have two error messages that are like the base case and then also the or void. Because adding a void operator to ignore something is only applicable if you have the ignore or void option set, which is by default true. I hate that option so much. It's a waste of our energy. I guess, yeah. So like these error messages are fine. Not really errors, complaints. But like nitpick, maybe extract out the core message and reuse it. That way, if we change it, there's only one place to modify, and in the code, it's more clear what is being combined. You didn't get a notification I went live? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Blame Twitch. I hear everyone's mad at them again. Hi there. Meow GPT. Welcome. How are y'all doing? Honestly, I find ESLint rules to be relatively nicer to maintain. Like each rule, than a lot of open source. Each rule is its own self-contained thing, separate from the infrastructure that runs them. It's kind of nice. But yeah, I might suggest like have this extracted to a shared constant, base message, and then have this in a constant, base message void. Oh, poopies. Yeah. Floating base message. I'm just prototyping it out. And const rejection handler message equals. I guess I could have extracted this out nicely. Yeah, I like this. Yeah. It's a little more code, but a little more standard. Also, is one of these... Why did they mess up the spaces? Just want to make sure. Where's... Oh yeah, I'm going to have to respond. This is a lot of text, but also it's their first open source PR, which a lot of people... I love it. I'm doing great. I'm having a latte that's with a banana nut milk and peanut butter syrup, so it tastes like a freaking smoothie. Life is good. Oh, I don't know. Did I post this? I never posted the explicit PR. I'm looking at it in the chat. There you go. Yeah, so one of the things I really like about typescript-eslint's tooling is that we have set up like a preview deployment on Netlify per PR. So if we go to like, floating promises in the pull request preview environment and then click the try the rule out of the playground snippet, I can just copy and paste the sample from the issue, and the eslint config is configured for me. PB Fit. I've never tried it. Never been big like smoothie for everything person. I used to have it for breakfast every day, but I might try it. What am I working on? Great question. I'm working on typescript-eslint, and let me see if I got the commands. Yeah, so it's the tooling that lets you run ESLint and Prettier on TypeScript code. How's a playground set up? It's a Docusaurus site. Freaking love Docusaurus. And it's just a bunch of React components. Still super healthy. Feels like. Thank you. I might try that out. Yeah, so just making sure that like these look good. Yeah, these error messages look good. So like the no floating promises rule by default allows you to mark a promise as okay to be floating if you do ignore void true, and I hate that. I also need to verify that without false because it's default to true. The error message still looks good to me. Yeah. So yeah, these messages look good, but message base, message rejection handler. Let me just give a suggestion here. Just vaguely guessing at names. No worries if you call them something else. Cool. So, what is the actual logic in the rule that they're changing? Oops. How to get into open source contributions. I'm going to write a blog post about this eventually. GitHub has a great guide to open source. Where is it? Opensource.guide. Definitely. Oh, Rizal is awesome. Love Rizal. Shout out Black Girl Bites. Is it Black Girl Bites or Black Girl Bites 1 on Twitch? Yeah, it's the one. Awesome. Yeah. Open source. Start small, work your way up, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Yeah, Docusaurus being ESM limited is a little upsetting. But they're working on it. It's just a hard problem. All right, so is unhandled promise. They are updating. Previously, it returned Boolean. Now it returns a special reason in addition. So just putting this. Can I collapse this fella on the side? There we go. Yep, instead of Boolean, it's now unhandled with a special reason. That makes sense. I like opening up both the diff view and the code view. Just gets me a feel for what the changes are. And then I also just like seeing the code on its own because it doesn't matter the history so much. It's code. Yeah, if she's still streaming when I'm done, I hope to raid her. It's a filter. What on earth? Okay, so we're saying expressions.sum. Any child could return a potentially unhandled promise, so we check them all regardless of whether the final return value is promise. Like, When I first wrote the TSLint version of this rule, that logic was not there. So it grew over time like they all do. CM Griffin, hello. Nice to see you here. Shout out. I was on Chris's stream recently. It was a good time. How's Geller going? Geller. Oh, I did /shout instead of shout outs. Estevez Lewis 1, were you contributing to... Oh my god, 17 seconds before I can shout it again. Yeah, I'm just going to post my little Chrome extension. Really excited about this. Ooh, 11 stars. Thanks, y'all. It's like save replies on issues, but you can have them defined per repo. So like... Ugh, I need to update my extension. I submitted the new version to Chrome Store. Anyway. There it is. Cool. All right. So I don't understand this .sum, and I need to. So previously, if we looked at all the expressions in the sequence, so like A, comma B, comma C, and if any of them is unhandled, then the whole thing is an unhandled promise. That's correct. Now we're saying we check each of them for is unhandled promise. And then if it's, and we look at the first one that's unhandled, and then return is unhandled false. Okay, so, oh my god, where's my VS Code going? Yarn, CD packages, ESLint plugin. Is it necessary to be a coding whiz to become an open source contributor, or can anyone do that? Anyone can do that. Oh my gosh, not at all. +1 to what Learner is saying. Lots of people are not coders at all, let alone a coding whiz. Docs, accessibility reports, not all issues are code. Just filing issues, if they're like reasonable issues, is itself a form of contributing that's super valuable and often underutilized by people. Sorry, Learner. Wait, didn't VS Code not do it directly? Not do what? All right. So what I'm wondering is, we're doing like a filter and a... So we take the first is unhandled one or is unhandled false. So first of all, that filter 0 could be replaced with .find, which is actually, I feel like a good rule idea for us. Also, did I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't forget to tweet and toot this. There we go. Yeah, so .filter get 0 could be replaced with .find. That's literally what that does. So I'm wondering, has someone already filed an issue about find and filter? Find filter doesn't look like it. Filter. Cool. One of my favorite things is like, as I look at people's code submissions, because we get such a variety of code submissions, you get like all these cool syntax variants that end up sparking ideas for new rules. So I have search for related issues, preferring filter over find 0. Oh, the extension. The extension is for Chrome /browsers to add a little save replies button to issues and pull requests, so that in your repo you can check in a GitHub /replies.yaml and have like automatic responses and stuff filtered for you. Quite nice. Cool. All right. So let me just like pop this into the playground. See if I can get like a good minimum case for this. So like const values equals A, B, C. Const found equals values.find. Value. So let's say value.include space, whatever, by find, and then const by filter and by find. Cool. Values.filter. So we should have a rule that complains on this. I think. So let's extend. Oh my god, I'm forgetting. Is it ESLint extends or extend? I could look this up. ESLint RC extends. Yep. I'm gonna, just to be really sure, make sure that we don't have this already. I'm gonna extends plugin all. And plugins, I think we load our thing by default. Come on. And then code, promise dot resolve. I guess the plugin type should be all new promise. Well, whatever. The all isn't working, but I'm pretty sure we don't have a rule for this. Just like looking through our things, filter, find. Nice. Awesome. Could I port it to Firefox? Ooh, yes. So that's actually like an accepted issue. Like a thing people have been talking about. So I think that there's a good chance Shal Neathling is going to do this. But just for reference, someone probably will. And if they don't do it anytime soon, all you. Cool. So prefer filter over find. I've seen occasional code authors write code with a .filter, retrieve charming elements 0, not realizing .find. Perhaps not knowing that find does the same thing. So here we got values, results is this. Here values result equals values.find. Perhaps we could write a rule that flags for this and uses the type system to know whether the collection being filtered is an array like. It's a bit new issue for triage. MV2 instead of MV3. Oh no. Manifests. Oh man. What manifest version is refined? Do I have to update? Oh, nice. It's 3. Did I rush update this? Oh wait, no, that's manifest or the version. A manifest version. There we go. Cool. Version 3. Elian, hello. Sorry I'm not working on Astro today. Love the Astro. Be home, stop and panic. Cute. How's it going? Oh, by the way, I've been talking with Elian. I want to write an RFC for Astro to add ESLint support somewhere. I was talking with someone else from Astro, Dan Chatan, who suggested I add it as an Astro add integration. So I'm going to be reworking that. Cool. All right, so that's a new rule. Let me thought of a new rule to propose. Preferring .find over .filter. Nifty stuff. And boop. You heard ESLint is being rewritten to Rust. Fake news. They are writing it in JavaScript. They are rewriting it in JavaScript, not TypeScript. A lot of people are like, why don't you use TypeScript? Well, they need to be able to dog food, so use their own core parser. And a lot of projects actually use TypeScript type checking in JavaScript syntax. They use like JSDoc syntax. So yeah, complete rewrite of ESLint. Great thing to bring up though. Boop. So really interesting stuff. A lot of people flaming about TypeScript. Kind of annoying. Oh my god, I never thumbs upped it. Cool. All right, so back to the floating promises. So this is fine, I guess. So we get the first results, and if it's unhandled, then we just return false. Does that have a lot of No, they're not going to break compatibility. If they do, they'll work with us pretty closely. We're their biggest ecosystem partner, I'm pretty sure. If not the biggest, like literally the biggest, then practically one of the biggest. they've been working with us more and vice versa. It's been really nice. A great team to work with, eSlint. Okay, so let's see. Where do we return special reason? Here we go. Special reason. All right, let me actually go to the... What is this? So, in theory, this is a fun thing. Jerk code. Filter. Predicate. Item. T. Boolean. Jerk code string, jerk code dot filter, item equals aha. So yeah, fun fact: the reason why we file issues like preferring filter over find in typescript-eslint rather than eslint core is because you need to use type information to know whether something is actually like an array. So I don't know if our mono 2, actually I should say this explicitly. Making this explicit because I'm sure folks will ask, or in case folks ask, why this needs the type checker. Yeah, you never know when something just has methods that look like an array but aren't. All right, back to this thing. So return false, is unhandled. What is my keyboard of choice? Oh, I'm not very opinionated. I'm using a Microsoft ergonomic one because I had a bout of like early stage carpal tunnel, but somewhere in my closet I have like a really nice SteelSeries, I think M800. Was it Apex M800? Yeah, I'm not opinionated. Yeah, Dan, I think you're also hi. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I think you're partially to credit for my stream blowing up. You've taught me a lot about streaming and also brought a lot of people here, so thank you. The EST nodes and ESLint plugins are different for anything I've used, like TreeSit or TS. Selectors instead of parent calling. Yeah, selectors are nice. We use a different format than TS, and therefore TS morphs, so it's a whole thing. To do Kirk. We generally don't like to-dos in code. Smile. And I also don't follow. What does this mean? Yeah, to-dos in code... if there's no attached issue, that it's just never going to get resolved. Like that's not a thing that reliably happens. If there is an issue, still we're working on the pull request. Maybe we can resolve it now. What does this mean? Can you elaborate? I don't follow this stuff. The code does. It also allows enough. Finally, what? Cool. So the code looks reasonable to me. Try parse catch call with handler. Oop, haha, a little typo. This should be a... pick. Naming. Capitalization. With handler, capital H. Because that's what it was before, and that is correct. Camel case. Okay, so we're saying return. So if the expression is a member with an identifier and it has a .catch and blah, 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 we return not rejected. Else return undefined. That's fine. Although the other one too, member expression identifier checks for then, unfulfilled, unrejected. Okay, so why is it called try parse? Normally when people say try, they mean like also on the name, my instinct for things named try anything is that they literally use a try, catch and or may throw an error. This doesn't. Perhaps a more direct name would be parse catch call with handler. Same for the then equivalent later on in the file. Oh, I'm having conversations in my chat. This is nice. I like it. This is really good. Parsing is complicated. A lot of edge cases. All right, so the code looks fine to me. It's just increasing the amount of information piped around. Ooh, is valid rejection handler. So yeah, anything that so now this is the actual core of the change. Anything that we're passing as rejection handler must have call signatures, meaning it must be able to be called as a function. Cool. Oh boy. So this is like a common thing that I should document. I don't like having multiple failures per rule, and I need to file an issue on the docs to explain this explicitly. So I'm going to do author Joshua K. Goldberg label. We should have small granular self-contained test cases. And I want to make sure that I've got a issue saying this. I don't. So I should file one. Oh, did Theo literally shout me out? That's great. Sam Griffin, I've also learned from you. Theo's nice. I disagree with him on a few things, like the using your the like reaction faces and thumbnails. I think it's a funny issue. And our testing approach is a little different. But the fact that I can say like, oh, I disagree on XYZ things and otherwise agree is like a testament to Theo's like both depth of opinions and inform how much he's informed them. Like I really enjoy Theo. Also, he knows an incredible amount about streaming. Clutch Commander, hello. Continue your duties. Okay. Mention preference for small self-contained rule test cases. Cool. In general, in our eslint plugin tests, we ask for test cases that are small, that are single purpose. This good code may cause complaints, errors will cause complaints. 1 and not so good should be split up. I should say I'm under the impression generally ask. Yeah, so, and then here we have 1 error. And here we have 2 errors. Proposal. I see the letter form come up sometimes in PRs. Let's document our preference for the former. I can never tell tone in chat. Y'all having a good time down there? All right, fun fact about typescript-eslint. Our maintenance docs, first of all, they exist, which is a nice thing. I like a good boost. Second of all, they're public. So if y'all want to talk about... You're having a miserable time here? I don't know how to help you, Dan. Sorry. Kids, stop fighting. All right. The analogy of parents or parenting on Twitch is interesting because we like swap roles depending on who's streaming. Anyway. Yeah, so I think or per perhaps we'd want to split out a page dedicated to good practices for ESLint Google PRs, since they're so often and since they're such a large percentage of ours. Cool. Filing this as documentation triage so that other maintainers can confirm that I'm not barking up the wrong tree here. Also, does no floating promises test already violate this standard? Errors. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It does. So I'm going to actually say, aside, if this is accepted by other maintainers, we should file an issue to fix up old test files that violate this preference, e.g. no floating promises. Yep. Curious, in the chat, has anyone here either been Spartacus in real life or used the no floating promises rule or similar? Let me know. Tell me your opinions. I want to know how y'all feel about these things. This is Spartacus. No to both. Ah, Clutch Commander, you gotta try it out. Let me just plug the Getting Started docs for typescript-eslint. Cool. This tangent. Or non. I've been trying to label my PR comments with explicit indicators. Feedback I got a couple of years ago at work before it was open source. File 687. No need to make any change here. Is this following the existing tests? The existing standard in the file. All right. So I think I'm ready to post my review, except I should first look at what they wanted to talk about. What did they want to talk about? All right. So they're re-explaining the issue. That's fine. I noticed that this rule considers any promise like venables, not just ECMAScript promises. The claim that all rejection handlers ignored if they're not callable is explicitly based on ECMAScript promises. So I'm going to respond to this here. Yeah, this is a good point. This is a really good point. We've had discussions about this before, that the vast majority of users, we know these venables as promises. So yeah, we had a whole discussion on await venable. Should we rename? Because technically it'd be accurate to call them venable, but in actuality it's like no one knows what that means. It's like not super discoverable. For now, this is fine. Eventually may take action, but yeah, for now this is fine. Never flags under finally. Good point, and something. Ooh. Differences between archetype and Zod. That would be really useful, actually. +1. Put that on the doc site. And something to file a separate issue for. I think, I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah. The fact that this isn't explicit in the docs means the docs are lacking. Separate docs issue 4. Right. Up the recursion is... Yeah. So they're commenting they're not super pleased about. Haha, I thought it was clever. No alternatives come to mind. Let's do it. Cleaner. If it works, it works. Our performance issues are approximately almost always from type checking, not from like loops or recursion or passing new objects in the file or whatnot. Also, first open source PR. Congrats on an excellent first open source PR. Also, wait, did I comment on the to-do? Oh, I never actually did. Wait, surely I commented on that. What? To-do. Okay. This generally looks good to me, except I'm for a few small touch-ups and the big to-do. No major faux pas. Or minor faux pas. I appreciate you asking for clarification and adhering to existing standards, existing styles really well. Yeah, no, this is a really good first PR. Oh shoot, I forgot to shout them out on Twitter. Oh, okay, no, they don't have Twitter. I always try to shout people out on Twitter. They're there. Woo! Good one. Good time. It's been an hour and that's like my second or third task. Okay. Nice. Moving on to the notifications. Ooh, did they merge the informative docs stuff? Nice, nice. Okay. Consistent type assertions bug from Dora. Accepting PRs. Oh, Brad already triaged this and it's got a PR. Well, I'm gonna look at a slightly new one. And it's an issue that it's not actionable for me. Someone just tagging me. Always respond with a heart. And not Woods. By the way, Tiger Oaks. I want to shout out Tiger Oaks. Excellent speaker. Tiger is engaged or married. Either engaged or married to Daphne Liu. Together, they did one of the best talks I've ever seen at Cascadia JS 2022. Automate relationship Cascadia. Truly an excellent talk.
When I'm on the go,
so
it's
freaking
often
funny.
much easier for me to just send a quick audio clip.
Is that the guy from Modern Family? Truly great. Ugh. All right. Anyway. Next up. Ooh. Someone asking if they can work on it. Yes. Let me, That was a surprisingly juicy one. Next, responding to a suggestion to our question in an issue. So, can I work on this issue? There's a concept of a licked cookie that the TypeScript docs bring up. I don't know if this is not Googleable, but anyway, there's no actual need to ask us, can I work on this? Just do it. We're happy for you to do the things. And I want to mention in our issue docs, I hate how aggressive the Docusaurus breakpoints is. You don't need to ask. Just do. But I understand why people ask, just to make sure that it's okay. Hi, Angie Dev. Absolutely. We don't mention this explicitly in the docs, but you're... Also, let me post this in the chat. But you're more than welcome to. No need to ask. So I'm going to file an issue saying that this is the right way to approach documentation. Part of the right way. Whenever people keep asking something, make a issue to document it. Docs. Mention that you don't need to ask to work on issues. And I think it should go maybe in our like issues. Yeah. Sometimes folks ask whether it's okay for them to work on an issue, which is a reasonable question. They don't want to intersect with others. To overlap, conflict with others, so working on it. But in general, we don't ask for people to claim issues. Seen lots of cases where someone claims something, then doesn't have time. Either generates the issue note. Separating paragraphs. Unclaiming it just leaves it claimed forever. Our general practice is if it's marked as accepting PRs and no open PR exists, go for it. And this one I am pretty sure that this is okay to do, so I'm just going to sign myself so I can wordsmith the docs. Here we go. Thanks for reminding me. Filed 6 days. Cool. Also filed docs issue around asking. Docs issue around issues. Cool. Ooh, sorry if you just heard me burp under my breath. This peanut butter banana latte is containing a double shot of decaf espresso. I got an espresso machine so I can make decaf lattes. No one can ever say no now. Oh yeah, I got a shout out Angie Dev. Angela Busato. Cool beans. Best taste. Honestly, one of the reasons why I eat food is so I can regurgitate it into my mouth later. Cool. If I understand correctly, we have to sort all the elements on the page, right? Ooh. Yep, the page is roughly fine as is, except it's just a little difficult to find items because they're not in any particular order. Alphabetizing orders helps a little bit with readability in this case. With readability. Boop. All right. Moving on. Notifications. Okay, so this is... Okay, so we just looked at this. Consistent type assertions, autofix breaks type assertion of return value. Also note that the author of the issue is also the author of the PR. Now looking at an issue and PR, both filed by Stora 1998. Why do I recognize that name from somewhere? Cool. Did I just hit back? What just happened? Love to see it. About consistent type assertions. Autofix. And issue PR. Look at this, 6884, 6885. Speed. Boop, boop, boop. Cool. So, autofix breaks, object return value. Aha. So this is like the old way of doing type assertions. Now we want to use the new way as whatever. But if it's in a location that needs to be parenthesized, the fixer is broken because there's a syntax ambiguity. When you write code like this, the parser can't know, did you mean the label bar inside of an object? Because fun fact, this is this is literally valid JavaScript. Like, there is a feature, labels, in the language. And I'm pretty sure this is how you trigger it. Break bar. So yeah, you can do like this. And then like, if you want to have an inner loop that breaks the outer loop, that's actually how to do it. Like, this is a legitimate feature some code bases have done. And it's so silly that I'm just going to paste it in the chat. Eternal struggle, yeah. So, that's fun. Anyway, we just need to make sure that that the fixer is okay. Get set hard head. Rat Cane. Oh no, a raid. How dare y'all. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Thanks. Ship that code. What a great name. I love it. Thank you. How's it going? Shout out. What were you doing prior to this? Hanging out? Seabed, hello. Again, good to see you. How's it going? Thank you for bringing people over. I appreciate you. Raid. What is this, a potato or an egg? Potato? Love wide accessibility. Yes. Yes. Okay, so potato, great. So I'm working on typescript-eslint stuff, and let me post it in the chat, the specific PR I'm working on. So there's a bug in our consistent type assertions thing. So I already forgot what it is. So that the auto fixer, it's supposed to fix you from this like old assertion syntax boop, to the new, but it forgets to add parentheses to disambiguate the syntax. Isn't that fun? Sorry if you were expecting me to be like working on my Astro set or something. I'm back to the hardcore stuff. So here are the differences in consistent type assertion, TS line 135. In the fixer, So if we are, we always wrap in parentheses? No. That's not new. Can I view the split diff here? Is that a shortcut? Yeah. By the way, new raiders. First of all, welcome. Second of all, have all used our lovely library, typescript-eslint? Okay, so we were previously get text with parenthesesing it. And then we're checking if it's an object expression and the parent's type is our function and it's not parentheses. Then we add parentheses around it. Okay. I feel like I've seen utilities around this before. Let's see. I've definitely seen, like, we have, aha! Util dot is strong precedence node. Checks of node will always have precedence if its parent changes. What is the rule? Responding to Alien, what is the rule where if the fastest way to get a right answer is to explain something wrong on the internet? And I feel like there's a corollary to that rule is like to ask what something is. Amusing. Okay, so yeah, we already have utilities for what the person is doing. It's like, is weak precedence parent? Because that looks for our expressions already, I think. No? What? Anyway, even if we don't have an existing utility for this, it's such a like common use case to need to look at parentheses and such based on operator or node precedence, whatever, that I'm going to say, aha, yep. Of precedence around parentheses and such getting in the way of auto fixing. We've started collecting, or we've been collecting common utilities around this. Utilities around this common use case in, what is it? Hit wrapping fixer. Could you check to see if this kind of logic is already handled there? And if not, add a generalized handler to it. I think knowing whether a function's one-line return is an object is something multiple rules are likely to need to know. Cool. So yeah, one of the things I like to see. Another example of tests that like have multiple failures per thing because they're using helpers that auto-generate the test. Fortunately, though, we can see from the message IDs only being added, not changed. The tests. Okay, yeah, the tests don't. The existing tests aren't changed. We're just adding new ones. So like this new foo generic string becomes new generic string as foo. Yeah, so these tests look good, the before and afters. Good to me in general. Oh, and love that you're fixing an issue you filed so quickly. Hard eyes. Just requesting changes on generalizing the fix if possible, since it's very likely to come up again. Thanks. Boop. Oh shoot, I reviewed another PR and I don't know if I actually added the waiting for author label. Wait, no, that's the same one. Oh my god. I guess not. Okay, well, labels waiting for author or awaiting response. All right. Go into notifications. Bug, not able to find. Oh yeah, so we have like these weird issues. Yeah, I don't have time to dive into it now. Or energy. TypeScript-eslint language service. So yeah, we got a couple of issues with them. One issue filed in us, one issue on their repo that's linked here. I'm not going to get into now. Okay. By the way, does anyone here have anything y'all want me to work on? I'm happy to poke at things. Or if you have any questions or things you want to ask. But yeah, just a little context. Hi, I'm Josh. I work on things like TypeScript-eslint in the TypeScript ecosystem. Sometimes I contribute to TypeScript once in a while. If you have anything you want to ask, please do. Otherwise, please note that I don't have a corporate job. I'm supported by people like you. So if you want to give me a monthly payment or sponsor TypeScript-eslint, I'd really appreciate it. That would be really lovely. Help me keep going sustainably. Shout out to my existing sponsors, such as Elliot. All right. I also have this lovely little pair of bookmarks, issue review queue and PR review queue. So let's look at the issues first. All right. These two I know are old. Interesting. So, wait, can I help you with this PR? Ooh. Let me take a look. Hi, Chrissy. All right. Fixes number 720. Let's do this. I'm so excited. Form image to image native tag. What is 4C site? Open source website for the 4C. The cool community of content creators. That's cool. All right. Using image. So you're using the native image tag and you'd like to use image from next image. That makes sense. Wait. I thought the goal of this was to switch to the next image. Where is it? Literally what like this complaint is saying. That like you would want to use image instead. Am I misreading the thing? Boop. Where is it? There we go. Here's an example. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think you wanted to use image in this file, not get activities. Events.json looks like it was fine as is. But let me know if I'm misinformed or off base. I'm actually going to skip that issue because it's one that I filed and I don't want to look at my own issues. Joshua Kate Goldberg. I want to look at things that like the actual users filed. Here we go. All right. Bug. Incorrect type definitions in typescript-eslint/utils. Ah, still in triage after a week? I gotta get on this. All right. Utils. So they're doing... oh boy. A lot of ASCasts. What are they... Okay, so... they're... What's happening here? Can I copy and paste? All right. So... literally, this code doesn't compile. Okay, let me do the typical Twitter stuff. Ooh, that's a cute thingy there. Oh, look at this fancy image. All right. Oh no, I never posted this. Oops. Finished my notifications queue tab list. Now onto notification list. Now onto issues pending triage. Mysterious. Going to start about our type definitions. Sometimes you gotta give people a stern talking to. I don't like it, but sometimes you gotta do it. And I worry that this is going to be one where we explicitly say we need to be able to reproduce your issue, and there's no... I literally, I don't know what to do here. Like, the provided code doesn't compile with TypeScript, and I don't see the create ESLint rule file. Could please post a full reproduction, such as a Git repository? If I can't get the exact situation you're looking at locally, I likely can't help. That being said, I think I can actually just look at the code. Kevin, good to see you again. Always love see a sub. Ooh, events.json. Oh yeah, so I think you're... Yes, my wife cuts my hair. Thank you for noticing. Mr. Lint, that's me. Nice to see you, Stony Eagle. Thanks for chatting. You and Kevin, how you two doing? How's life? Yeah, so Chrissy, I think you're modifying the wrong file. You're modifying events.json, but that's a JSON file. That's data. That's fine. What you actually want to modify is getActivity.js. You want to switch this image tag to use the next image one, like you're doing here. Like, import image from next image, default home. Feel free to DM me, by the way, if what I'm saying makes no sense. I'm happy to walk you through it. Cool. Okay, so yeah, on this rule, did I post this here? I don't think I did. And yep. So no.decorators.length, possibly undefined. So they're saying error question mark expected. So they're using TypeScript 4.6.4. Okay. Since I have no way to reproduce your issue, yeah. Aside, this doesn't compile. This produces a type error. Typo? Conflicting create ES plural definitions. Ignore your package JSON. Yeah, so I'm trying to be nice here, but like they provided not enough information. It says not triage, this is waiting for a response. There's a reason why we ask people to fill out the templates. And we're pretty explicit in the templates of like, we need full info. Where can you DM me? Twitch, Twitter, Fostodon, and I believe my personal site has links to all these things, and my GitHub also has an email. So if you prefer email, that works too. Yeah, getting a spouse to cut your hair is awesome. It's free. And it means that she will never complain about my haircut because it's always her fault if it's bad. For reference, I have gotten bad haircuts before from other people. All right. Estevez Lewis, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I can be like, that haircut I had 3 years ago at this party. And they're like, I got you. Whew. So what's up next is a bunch of things around package specifiers and stuff. But I'm getting tired. And these 4 I'm going to have to do like all together. It's a lot of interconnected stuff. So I think I'm going to stop streaming now. Oh, I'm not in trouble at all. First of all, she's never going to watch this. Second of all, I like the haircut she gives me. She has given me not bad ones, but like suboptimal ones. But like she learned to cut hair on mostly my hair. So, you know, we have a great relationship. So yeah, I'm just going to recap who I am, what we've done, and why y'all should care. I'm Josh High. I'm a full-time open source dev like Archetype. And one of the big projects I work on is typescript-eslint, the tooling that lets you run ESLint and Prettier on TypeScript code. I got you. So if y'all write any form of JavaScript larger than like 3 files, I'm so sorry, Stony. My back hurts. I'm tired. Gotta get to other things. Got a couple of conference talks to write. If you write TypeScript at all, you should use us. And if you use us, you should sponsor us because I need money. So anyway, if y'all have any questions about typescript-eslint or TypeScript or accessibility or anything, I'm always happy to chat there. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate it. Yeah, 3 files. That's my rule of thumb. If you have like 3 files or 3 people or more working on something, probably switch it to TypeScript. Probably give or take. Sponsor. Also, I wrote a book. Fun fact. Last question is, who should I raid? Is Rizal Scarlet still streaming? Yes. You DM'd me. Yay. Cool. We're going to raid Rizal because Rizal is awesome. But this has been a pleasure and will be uploaded to YouTube later. Thanks, y'all. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm going to show you the cool interface that I get. Oh, my mouse is futzing around. I need to clean my table. Raid. Oh, so many good options. Oh, B. Dougie and Rizal and Ramon. Oh, what a day. Okay. Oh, wait. Is that Ramon? Well, anyway, this has been a pleasure. Thanks, y'all. Bye. Cool.